Well, the mental aspect of it, it's just like a muscle. The more you do this, the more you become conditioned, mentally conditioned to go through and go beyond. Your muscle endurance is going to grow more and more. When I first start training an individual, no matter how hardcore they may be, they're going to go to another level. The more and more we train, the more and more conditioned they get, mentally being pushed through that threshold. I could, just looking at their mechanics, I know they have way more left, and they'll tell me, I got nothing left, and I'm thinking, I'm like, with all due respect, yes you do. You're just mentally shutting yourself off because you don't want to go through that period, that pain threshold. 3, 2, all the way up.
You know, if I want to achieve this, then there's certain things that I have to do. And that's the way I look at it. And that's with anything that goes further than bodybuilding. That's just life in general. You want to achieve something, you got to be willing to do whatever it takes to get it.
Yes, it is a shock to the body. It's shocking the muscle, and that's really, I guess, the right word to use, the right premise. Every workout, each week that we go into, no matter what the body part is, you know, at the end of the day, every bodybuilder has strengths and they also have their weaknesses. On the training philosophy, well, I'm very big on forced reps, blood volume training. You know, yes, it's heavy, but it's not as heavy as what some people would go. Like I said, a lot of people do more lower reps. This is really to put it at a certain weight to where we're going to push you through a certain threshold and then go beyond that. And a lot of times followed up with a drop set. So the whole premise is to put as much blood into the muscle to break down the fascia. You couple that with proper nutrition and recovery, you're giving your body the best opportunity for maximum growth. And that's really what this is all about, maximum hypertrophy. Halfway. All the way up and down. Come on. You know, so we went into this year knowing we really wanted to bring up his hamstrings. That was a big focal point. We wanted to create more fullness in the chest, and we wanted to create bigger overall arms, particularly biceps. So on all those muscle groups, you know, it's about finding ways, a lot of time under tension, but a lot of shocks, a lot of pauses, a lot of holes to really stimulate that muscle growth, and it changes. It's not like we do the same thing. There's always little wrinkles different from week to week to keep the body progressing, to force it to. You know, people always think, if I just go in the gym and just go through the motions of workout, my body's gonna respond. Well, maybe a little bit, but you're not gonna get that maximum results unless you force the body to do so. And that's really the mindset that we have. It's about making the body, forcing it to do what we want it to do in the shortest time period that we're working in to do that. All the way. And we have to hold 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down. Again. Again. Come on, get it up. 3 seconds down. 3 seconds up.
One of the first few times that we trained legs, I always train legs hard, but you know, we were on the Smith and we were doing things, and like I would bottom out, you know, and he was like, you know, you had more. So then as we kept going, I said, it clicked in my mind, like, all right, scratch that. Like, you keep going, and after that, I would be going, hitting reps, and would go all the way to the bottom and literally start trying to come up and would just completely fail. And then I was like, okay, that was giving it everything. It wasn't hitting it, coming up, and then racking and saying, no, I can't do it anymore. It was to the point where he couldn't even spot me and help me come back up.
Great point.
Like, he tried to help me up, and I still went down.
Yeah.
So that was giving it all.
Yeah, literally, like I'm actually picking him up with all my strength, and there's nothing left. It's like picking up a dead person, so to speak. You know, so yeah, I mean, that's when you go to complete failure. So yeah, you know, the average person walking in the gym off the street, they can't even, that's such a foreign territory, like they can't even relate to it. And that's why I always say, until you've been through this kind of training, you can watch all the videos you want, you really can't appreciate it until you really go through it, you know, and to really understand that pain threshold when, like I said, when you're training on your own, where you're gonna stop, where your mind's like, that's it, I'm done, I have nothing left, I will get 4, 5, 6, however many reps more out of you.
In the beginning I did, you know, I wasn't really sure, you know, I just kind of jumped into it and things like that. I was kind of like, let me see. And you know, I heard people telling me different things like, oh, you resemble this guy, you have this type of shape, you have this type of, you know, muscle belly and everything like that. And one of the main comparisons was actually Flex Wheeler. And I was like, well, you know, those are some big shoes to fill. So I was just thinking it was, you know, they were just pretty much just trying to gas me up and you know, just blow smoke and things like that. But then once Flex told me himself, then I kind of was like, oh shit, yeah, you know, then I can actually do this, and so that's what I'm doing now.
Mental aspect of it, it's just like a muscle. The more you do this, the more you become conditioned, mentally conditioned to go through and go beyond. Your muscle endurance is going to grow more and more.
I do, because I'm steady progressing, moving up, moving forward. So it's getting more exciting as we continue to move up in these divisions. And who knows? I might try to be the first person to compete as a pro in all 4 divisions. Men's physique, classic, 212, maybe open one day.